But when they first came out, I watched the guy off the showroom floor on a video, the very first one I'd ever seen on the showroom. Guy wheelies it out of the dealership that he buys his bikes from. He lays it down, like, you know, and then when he slides forward, his knees hit right here, and he hears crunch, crunch, and he goes, I think I broke my new bike.
All right, so I'm pulling out of Littleton Honda in Vineland, New Jersey, with the 2023, whatever, I don't know, new Honda Grom. It's first time I've ever ridden a Grom. It's quite an interesting seating position because it's such a small bike. So I'm about to find out how it feels to ride this, and we'll talk about it. That is crazy. This is nuts. What a cool little bike, man. Let me get my mirror straightened out. Just trying to feel it out. This is awesome. First impressions, this is darn cool. So the whole story behind why I'm even riding this at all is it's for my sister, her first motorcycle, and we wanted to really start out on, you know, pure entry level. I think this thing weighs about 230 pounds. It's 125 cc's, and you're probably looking at a 55 to 60 mile an hour max speed, and it's actually really darn comfortable. It feels a little shaky in the front at these speeds. I don't know if you can tell. Maybe it's just maybe it's just this stuff. I don't know. But yeah, this is really cool so far. It's definitely a little cramped, but it's comfortable. You're sitting really straight. I kind of like that. I'm used to my feet kind of being back a little more, and they're kind of just more straight than I'm ever used to. So what are we hitting right now? 55, yeah. Probably get just about 60, 57, 58. Come on, let's see 60. Let's see 60. 59. Ah, we got a stop sign. But so yeah, so far the top speed on the Honda Grom at this point in time is 59 miles an hour. Brand new, right off the showroom floor. All right, so we got 2 miles clocked on the bike. We're on our 2nd mile that this bike has ever driven. I don't know if you remember the scene on Dumb and Dumber, the original, not Dumb and Dumber 2, but where they're like, you know, coming into the, I think, I don't know, I'm just gonna try to find it and put it here, but yeah, I feel like the guy on the moped pushing it, trying to get the last inch out when they like just arrived to Aspen or something, you know. But I also feel like my foot is resting on the exhaust. I don't know, but either way, so far my thoughts are this is awesome. That's my first impressions. This has the potential to, this is such, like, I know a lot about the Grom, but I've never actually sat on it and experienced it for myself, so I'm learning a lot as I go here. And I just think when it comes to beginner bikes, how do you beat this? The height, the size, it's very unintimidating. It doesn't scare you sitting on it. It's not big, it's not heavy, because, you know, again, we're talking about being a beginner, so you want something you can have a little confidence on. You're not so constantly stressed about, you know, am I gonna drop it, can I touch the ground? This is comfortable, and it's got a really nice comfortable seating position. And as far as top speed goes, I can't really complain. We now doubled the entire mileage of this bike's ever ridden. We're at 4 miles, and I don't remember how long it is to get home. I just know it's like a 45-minute ride. So we're going to be on the ground for a little while, and we're going to keep you know, learning as we go here. So far I really like this thing, so I'm really excited to actually be riding this, and brand new, right off the showroom floor at that. But as far as like just general commuting, like, this is a 50 mile an hour road, I think, and I mean, I'm cooling, I'm comfortable, my back don't hurt, I'm not worried about my speed, it's pretty good. I ain't gonna pass nobody, that's for sure, but that's fine, because if I'm on a Honda Grom, I'm either one of two things: a beginner or someone just stunting. So as a beginner, I'm not gonna, you know, wouldn't want to encourage passing and being an aggressive rider, you know. So you ride within the constraints you're given, and that's a good thing. And again, the rider that's going on here is my sister. So, you know, first time ever riding stuff like a motorcycle and things of that nature. So I really want her to be in that box for now until she can get comfortable with all the controls and shifting and proper braking and just general motorcycle safety, and, you know, build her confidence in the operation of the motorcycle before moving up, you know. So that's why the Grom is my choice. And, you know, some people may just disagree with that, and that's all right with me, because again, the rider that's going on this is my sister, so I'm taking those extra precautions. All right, we've doubled the mileage again. We're at 8 miles. 8 miles ever on this motorcycle, with an average of 22 miles an hour. And thoughts on the 8th mile? I love it even more. I think every mile it goes up, I just like it more and more. This is such a fun little thing to ride on. So one of the other awesome things actually about the Honda Grom is how customizable it is. Like, all the mods you can do to this thing. You can put so much on this bike and change so much and make it like yours, you know. There's so many different routes and options you have with this bike. Even just keeping it stock and just being a pure beginner, as a beginner bike, and using it for that purpose. But if you know, end up really loving the Grom community and life and riding style, and you start, you know, putting the extended swing arm on there, modify, getting a little crazy, you can do anything with this bike. That's one of the benefits. And again, another, I guess a second one to follow up with that is, another awesome thing about Groms is they hold their resale value so good. They're such a popular and often in demand bike, and traded all the time, and they hold their value really well, because also the price is already darn low to begin with. I mean, brand new, you're looking at, this bike was $3,400 off the floor. I mean, how much lower can you really go? So they hold their resale value really well, which is awesome. So if you ever, you know, you learn on this bike and you're ready to move up, you're really not going to have any trouble selling it, and you're going to be able to recapture a lot of what you already spent. Oh, we just hit the first double-digit miles. 10 miles on this bike. First 10, and I'm glad. I feel honored to be the one to put those first 10 miles on this Grom. Again, it's going to be my sister's bike, so what the heck was that? So I'm just glad, you know, I'm in an honored position. I feel honored for the bike, for my sister, for this moment. I've always wanted to ride a Grom, and I never had the chance to. Like, you know, I know I have friends who ride them. I just never got the chance to hop on one. And so I'm really excited to be on this right now, and really getting a full 45-50 minute ride on it to really understand and feel the bike. And I tell you, it feels darn good. Like, I mean, I got new slick tires on here, so I'm trying to be a little careful, but yeah, this is really cool. So another really cool thing about this Grom right now is, man, it's pretty darn forgiving. I just kind of, you know, let the clutch out early and stuff a minute ago as I was taking a turn, and nobody cares. It just doesn't care. So again, the rider going on this bike to learn for the first time is my own sister, so all these things are just huge selling points for me, and I think she's going to really appreciate it, and in hindsight understand the decision-making process here. I do have some quarrels with the way the front end feels. I don't know what it is. I can't put a finger on it just yet, but it feels a little unstable. It feels a little wobbly, it feels a little shaky, and don't tell me it's because that's the handlebars. Of course it can turn and wobble and shake, but it just feels a little unstable, unsteady. I think I said that already. But yeah, I just can't put a finger on it. Maybe it's just, you know, the size of the wheels, the size of the bike. It's, of course, it's much smaller. It's not going to feel like I'm riding a freaking truck, you know, with all the weight and stability of a larger vehicle, or, you know. So maybe that's just what I'm feeling, and it's just because it's half the weight, half the size, half the everything, or even more in some cases. Maybe that's just the difference I'm feeling. I've always kind of looked at Honda Groms as more so just a community, like a group of people who just love the Groms for the Groms. I never really considered it as a great first beginner bike, first time rider bike, until my sister said she wanted to start riding motorcycles. And then I'm like, well, what about the Grom? I mean, I know that's a darn popular bike. It's got to have some positives to it. And the more I looked into it, the more I realized is, hey, this is a great bike to start on. Again, especially for someone with ground zero knowledge on motorcycles, how to operate, how to ride, all that. You know, if you're a step above that and you have some experience on some bikes and or dirt bikes or something, hey, you know, take the next level up. But the more I ride, the more this feels just awesome. I mean, I can keep up with traffic just fine. I feel so comfortable. I have, you know, good control. I just so badly want to just take off into the woods or like on a sidewalk or something. Like, I want to ride this in like places you shouldn't, you know. So with this Grom is going to my sister, as I've mentioned, but she doesn't know that. So we're actually going to surprise her with this bike, brand new, off the showroom floor, and see what she thinks. Yeah, well, this has been awesome. We are approaching now the 30-mile mark on a brand new 2023 Honda Grom. This has been a heck of an experience. I love this thing. This is a lot of fun. And like, if you're new to motorcycles, and hey, consider this. I wouldn't knock it. I wouldn't make it a, you know, it's just me, but I want a little more speed. Like, I like the fact that I can, you know, hit 110, 115 on my 500. So, I love that. I also like the quicker acceleration. I like the heavier bike. I like the bigger bike. But again, I've been riding for a long time. Those are all things I like. May not be the same for you. So the Honda Grom is an option. After all this Honda Grom talk, if you like this Honda Grom video or want more Honda Grom videos and content, let me know. I can take this thing out. We can do any, we can do top speed runs, 0 to 60s, how good are the brakes. I mean, it's all stock right now, so we can get a real good idea at what, our base level is for the Honda Grom. So if you have any opinions, want to see more Honda Grom videos, let me know. If you have any ideas for videos for the Honda Grom, let me know, and we'll get those done. All right, well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more Honda Grom videos, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one.